Vincenzo and Chiara try to make do as best they can. 3 months after the earthquake, the victims still live in their tents. Shortly after the quake, Italy's Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi compared their situation to a camping vacation. The remark may have been aimed to encourage, but it angered the people in the tents.
We don't need smart remarks. We need aid. Reconstruction, fast. People need a solid roof over their heads. We have little children, but there are also old or handicapped people. How long are we supposed to put up with living in these tents?
Taking just one look at the center of the city reveals that Berlusconi promised a lot but delivered very little. The main square is open to the public again, and the city's landmarks have been bolstered against further tremors. But debris is still piled up in the side streets. On the outskirts, along the route the VIPs of the G8 summit will take, construction is proceeding feverishly. Earthquake-proof houses that are to provide the tent people with a new future. But only a few hundred houses have been built and 50,000 are homeless. The houses nevertheless provide Silvio Berlusconi a welcome opportunity for self-presentation. The head of the Italian government's declared his personal responsibility for reconstruction.
These will be comfortable, solidly built family apartments. Not simple prefab buildings, but modern constructions providing the greatest possible protection from earthquakes.
Berlusconi is also at pains to distract the public from a political earthquake. For weeks, the media have been publishing photos of his private life, wild parties with prostitutes and young female politicians in his villa on Sardinia or in his private residence in Rome. Berlusconi's trying to stonewall the scandal.
Well, that's how I am. And 71% of Italians like me that way. Because I'm kind-hearted, generous and honest, and because I keep my promises.
One such promise is the G8 summit in LAquila. Instead of five-star hotels, Silvio Berlusconi will now be accommodating the leaders of the industrialized world in a police academy barracks and give the money he saves to the quake victims. Vincenzo lives in a tent city and has his own personal insights. He's been working for weeks with hundreds of builders on converting the barracks for Mr. Berlusconi's big moment.
We turned
the place on its head. Everything from offices to sleeping quarters. It's now a luxury hotel with air conditioning and new carpets. But it's a lot of work for nothing. It's all going to be torn down after the summit.
If Chiara had her way, her husband will be working on new accommodation for quake victims.
A meeting like that in LAquila is like money out of the window. They should have invested all the work and effort into reconstruction. I don't see any benefit for us.
With no end in sight to their plight, tent city residents are now also having to cope with rising temperatures. They're disappointed with their Prime Minister and cannot wait until the G8 summit has been and gone.